Hello there, my cosmic kittens and planetary puppies. Oh, it's been a week. It's been a very rough week for a ton of people. And we're going to see, as the dust settles, what this was really all about. For some people, it's very confusing energy. This moon wasn't messing around. The moon was really forcing us to see a lot of things that we've been ignoring. So on that note, remember, take what resonates, pitch out the rest. If you guys have cards, pull along with me. That way you can open up the reading for you. And you can also get clarification if something, I'm not sure if that's for me. You can pull cards on it. Everything you need to know about me down below in the description box below, including your your timestamps. In case you want to skip this guided meditation, all right? We're going to be centered and calm. We're going to step into this safe space. Close your eyes and just breathe. Relax. It's just you, me, and your guides right now. There's nothing else on your plate at the moment. So let's sit here a bit in this peace. This is a space where you can really hear your spirit guides, guardian angels, whoever you work with. And we're going to ask them what team we are on for this week ahead. Remember, the first answer is always the right one. Just breathe and then call them in. Spirit Team 1. Team 2. Just breathe in your space. Be with them now. I've had people keep their eyes closed as they were listening to their forecast, whatever team they picked. And they said they could actually hear their guides also giving guidance for things I was saying too. So you might want to try that if you're interested. One more deep breath. Let's breathe it all in. Stay in this beautiful space. We want to hold this energy. Team 3. All right. Like I said, down below in the description box below is your timestamp. So let's get to it, Team 1. Hello there, Team 1. All right, let's see what the main theme is for this week. We're walking into. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. This is a really good energy coming in for you guys that picked Team 1 this week. The motivation's back. The energy's back to get you to follow through. Especially on things you've been meaning to start. It could be something as mundane as, I really got to hit the closet and clean out the stuff. I really got to put this away. I really got to do that. This is the week you'll be geared up to do it. And it's all things. There's a beautiful energy coming in. Because you didn't give up. And even though you struggled, you heard your guides. There is unexpected blessings in the physical plane coming in. Things that make you happy. This is the bouquet here. It's like your faith and not giving up and keep persevering no matter how small those steps you thought you were taking. They made gigantic ripples around you, inside you. Being brought to you through a very loyal, supportive friends, people who also truly supported you in what you were going through the last few weeks. Especially this last week was extremely challenging. Now, for some of you watching this or listening, you may not have gone through hell, but there was somebody around you who did. It's just heartbreaking. But you were there. The best you could do. And for those of you who were going through it and kept going, no matter what was happening around you. It's a huge, beautiful, just abundance of love. I don't want to say rewards, but in a sense they are. Just because you didn't give up. Seriously, Spirit's very adamant about that. Kept pushing through, kept persevering. Even if you just suddenly just started backing away, you know, dropping the ball and go making excuses, and we start procrastinating, next thing you know, we're like back at, you know, the starting point again. There was something different this time, but things had to happen to get you moving. Wake up. Okay, for some of you, take a resonates, picture out the rest. Okay, we have the moon with the fox to the child. For some of you, you're about to get an opportunity you did not see before or couldn't see. Especially for those of you who've been looking around for something different, or like, I really want something that's really going to drive with my vibe, you know. And that opportunity is about to happen for you. The child means small new beginning, or something starting small. So I feel that you may be getting offers. Some of them are going to be opportunities for something you love to do that you won't see coming, but now you can. That full moon is definitely in our favor. The energy of the full moon going from this past week was designed to pull everything out. Talk about reflections. Seeing everything around you reflected back at you. And not only reflected, but you were feeling it, you were in it. Couldn't ignore it. And now we're moving into, as she goes completely full on Monday, this beautiful energy of the light shining through the clouds. It's a very strong energy. It's almost like we're going to wake up and suddenly see. For some of you, okay? But there is an opportunity for some of you. See, keep it simple. You don't have to be a part of the crowd. I don't care. I don't care. You don't have to be a part of the crowd. What makes things powerful is when you're into them without all the other bullshit. That's when some small step you may take in a hobby or an idea, or maybe looking outside your normal career field for an opportunity that's new. Just even looking is an action, a very powerful action. Maybe you didn't do it before. Maybe you put it off. Now you decide, I'm just going to look. Sometimes that's all Spirit wants us to do, is start looking, getting excited, kind of wondering, and, you know, getting a little bit more lighthearted about it instead of so heavy-hearted, you know? The Spirit's coming through very strong. These things are going to take hold very fast, and it's going to move very quickly. I feel the energy, fast things moving very fast, is really indicative of the actions you take in the beginning of the week towards something new, something that you're being shown very clearly. Okay, some of you were looking for, maybe couldn't see because it wasn't time for you to see it yet. Sometimes the waiting sucks. I know, not using the P word. Patience can kiss my booty, okay? I think it's sick of hearing that word. But sometimes what we don't really understand fully is that maybe there are other people outside of us that are also involved, and they have to get moving for us to be able to step into that space. Does that make sense? Or for something to release, somebody, something, an opportunity, whatever, to come to us also. Okay? We have the garden with the book and the ship. This is wonderful. So the garden represents like social activities, talking more online, showing up more online, for instance, going to events. And it doesn't mean you have to be working at these things, but this is about opening up more, okay? And there is knowledge to be learned with social interactions. This is particularly interesting, this energy here. We're going to look at the book. The book talks about, with the garden, about things being revealed. And it's geared towards social interactions. Now, for some of you, you may get an opportunity through a community. It could be a message board, Facebook, whatever, to learn something, you know, into a career you've dreamed of. Maybe you couldn't do it before. And here's an opportunity. And Spirit says you'll be heading out. On your way with the ship. Okay. I want to open that up. Spirit, please, and thank you. It's a book, please. The faith. You never give up on your dreams. Yeah. Strength. Having that courage. Not giving up. Nine of Swords in reverse. No nightmares. Good dreams. But there was something holding you back. This is where action counts. This is overall, but they're saying what the book is. But they're going to be revealing things now. Because there's a knowing that's coming into you. And maybe things you've discovered. Maybe about yourself or your thinking process, or why you don't do this, why you don't do that. Or maybe it's something you need to allow and accept that you haven't been. All these things are being revealed to us now so we can have a clear brain going forward. You know, even though it's torn us to shreds. It's only for a minute. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. The Wounded Warrior. Been there, done that. I know how this is going to play out. I'm too tired for this crap. You go ahead without me. We can't. You're an integral part of it. And this is also the Brotherhood card. They show up out of nowhere. We got your back. And that's what you'll be seeing this week. The true supporters. You might be surprised. And then we have the Lovers. For some of you, that may be the very reason you haven't taken that opportunity or made that choice or decision, or maybe that fuels procrastination. Whatever that is for you. The thing is Spirit's bringing this in because the choice is going to be so clear. It's almost like you go ahead and say yes or no to it without even realizing, oh, wow, I already answered. Okay, you know what I mean? Very powerful energy. We have the Cross with the Fox and the book. Knowledge being revealed. Your faith about your dreams. The Fox card in LENORMAND. Each one of my decks are different. This one talks about your dreams. The Fox card in standard LENORMAND, a lot of people use it as a job card. This has to do with your dreams. The cleverness. Not so much as sneaky. Maybe you've been hopping in this other people's like hen houses or yards or farms just to check out and see what they're doing. What are the other foxes doing? Spirit says you've learned enough. It's time to take what really, there's a huge like leveled up energy of understanding, fully understanding what that means. Taking what we have learned and now applying it going forward. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter anything. It's you, it's your soul. It's time. We have the bouquet with the moon and the garden. Here we see a lot of gifts, a lot of unexpected happiness coming through, especially those of you who use your intuition. Similar to yours, surely. It's not just that, but it's about following your intuition. It's going to lead to a really wonderful connections with other people, maybe new groups. It could be online, or it could be like, you know, out in the real world. You're going to be very surprised following that beautiful intuition. For some of you, it may specifically happen because you're showing up for a maybe a moon ritual or cleansing or clearing on Monday. This card just jumped out. Justice. And I just heard, to be fair. Bringing justice for yourself inside. And for others, justice will be served. And that's why Spirit's been telling people, stay away from people who are stuck or going through it right now. I mean, as far as you can. Because there's nothing we can do. We do not want to attach an energy that's still hanging on there. Going into just the first couple days of this week. Because Spirit has got it. We must trust. There's that faith. Trust your intuition. Very strong this week too. Yeah, the moon has got our intuition like way over the top. Holy crap, seriously. Write it down. Start a journal. Start looking up things that interest you. Crystals, tarot, Lenormand. You know, there are people out there, including myself, who are more than willing to spend an hour chatting with you about it. Give you an understanding. We have the dog and the child in the ship. Okay, there are things happening through people in the physical plane. I'm going to reiterate one more time. Spirit likes me to sound like a broken record at times. I love you guys up there. This is going to be someone who has had your back, has supported you, okay, truly supported you. It could be just listening to you ramble on for hours over your situation, okay? There is an opportunity coming in. And it may just seem like a simple trip, maybe to see them or them to see you, but it's going to make a huge impact. The energy that they're bringing is off the charts. It's almost like you'll see the world anew again, is what Spirit says. Spirit is coming in with them. It's coming in very quickly. Yes, the friend's going to visit. I don't know who this is for, but the friend's going to visit a lot sooner than you think. They've been planning to get out here to be there for you. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful surprise. Now, what you have to watch out for, guys, okay? I mean, Spirit's bring the garden. Social interactions, doesn't matter what kind, doesn't necessarily have to be a group getting out, just, you know, talking with people is going, you'd be surprised at what the connections are to what you dream of, what you've been dreaming of. You never gave up on, even though you haven't been doing any action, because you're tired. It's easier. Sometimes it's just easier to dream about it and go, you know, I should do this, you know, I should do that, than actually following through. Because you don't want your heart broken again, no matter what that is for you. But there's unexpected surprises connected with your dream coming in. We have the Chariot on the move. It's time to move. Trust your intuition. Trust. Spirit's going to show up for you. If you have to be somewhere and you're kind of like hemming and hawing about it, but then at first you're like, oh, all right, cool, yeah, I will. And then you're like, oh no, and you try to talk yourself out of it. Trust me when I tell you, when you do show up, Spirit's going to be there in a way that you can't even. Seriously. Okay, so watch that. Spirit wants you guys to be very mindful of that 5 of Swords still kind of in there. There's a battle. Your faith falling through in your dreams. And then there's the 9 of Wands right next to it. Wounded Warrior. Once you recognize that, who's talking? Who's really talking in my head? You know? The key to knowing if it is not you, not your intuition, is this. The 8 of Swords. The spinning. Not being able to stop your mind from spinning. That's a fear-based reaction. Yeah, it might take you a little bit to get yourself down. Again, get it calm. But you will do it. For some of you, it might be quick. Oh no, I know what's going on here. So this week is a week of action. For you guys, you're going to have the energy and the strength to go forward. Oh, how dare you. Sorry, they used the P word. If I jive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate that so much. That's what keeps me coming back when you guys do that. And thank you all. I hope you all had a great Mother's Day. Nice and safe. And be patient. This is more geared towards yourself. Remind yourself to be patient. Rome was not built in a day. Neither was Earth. Okay, neither was the evolution out of the water onto the land. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to take that long, just so you know. It's like a drop in the hat for us. Be patient with yourself, especially if you're working on trying to get your brain and you're trying to get stable. Be patient. That is a lot more powerful right now for you. Okay, be kind, be compassionate. Do not, it's real easy for me to say, and trust me, I've been to the darkest depths of my shit, okay? To be kind to yourself. And not kind of just get frustrated with yourself and just go, screw it. That's what sends us back. If Spirit's not allowing you to go backwards, you can't. This is a one-way people mover we're on right now. We have shifted over. Last week was like this chrysalis energy, and everything we had to go through this week was to bust us out of that hard shell. So be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself, you know. Understand yourself. Really listen when that voice is talking. Who is that? What time frame did it come from? And trust me, it's usually attached to a very painful thing that we went through. Take your mind back. Spirit says the power is within you. Be vigilant. Ever mindful for opportunities. I feel like what this really means is it's going to be very obvious when an opportunity comes in, because I was sitting there going, why vigilance? You know? And they're like, well, even though the opportunity be right there in your face, you might not, I don't want to say want to see it, but it could be a fear-based, like, I don't see that as that. You know what I mean? It's about really listening when opportunities come to you. Give them a chance. Spirit is handing them to you. And Spirit is definitely saying for sure it's going to come through someone who supported you. Spirit is talking through them because they did it in such a beautiful way for you. You know? Spirit says, do not look away from the hand of your angels when they bring something to you, okay? It could be in the form of people. We talked about meeting new people, connecting with new people. Watch for the judgment signs. Be very vigilant. Honor Gaia. Getting outside, even if you can't, if it's too hot or too wet and cold, you know, bring a little bit of Mother Gaia in too. You can sit by the window and look out and just connect with her that way. Mother Gaia supports us, you know, whether we're in a house, up a tree, you know what I mean? She is everywhere supporting us. She is our foundation. We stand on, we sleep on, we walk on, we run on. She's also there. We collapse and just lose our crap. We've cried on her many times. Remember, when things get too tough too, Spirit's also saying for take resonates, pitch out the rest. Look outside or step outside. Listen, close your eyes, listen to the wind. Listen to the birds. Listen to dogs barking, kitties meowing. If you have those very wonderful animals in your home, take a moment and listen. They're like Earth Mama's little guardians. They're so connected. She speaks through them. She speaks through the wind. Maybe it's a good time to go get that plant you wanted to have in your home or in a certain room. Whatever it is. It's important for you to also remember to ground in. You feel a little loose. Root chakra definitely standing out here for me too. When you start feeling that fight or flight, freak out, as we do, sit on the floor if you can, or sit. You need to sit so your feet are flat on the ground. And just imagine like your cord from your tailbone going down through your carpet or tile, through all the layers, mantles, and cores, all the way down to the molten core center of Mother Gaia. Ask her to grab onto it for you and to send up her healing energy to transmute anything that's making you unstable. It should be there. You'll feel it. On that note, guys, take care. Hello there, Team 2. All right, let's get started. See what the theme is. Don't let pride get in your way. I just heard, look for Leo placements in your chart. It does, what is that word? There's like 10 people talking. I'm like, okay. You want to check and see where Leo, if you have it in your chart, lies. And then if you are so inclined to watch maybe one of the, forecast videos for this week based off of Leo. Okay. Alrighty. Don't let pride get in your way. Spirit's saying it's not so much about being arrogant, but sometimes when good things happen to us, we're sharing that happiness. We're so, look, I made it. I got it past whatever, XYZ. Yay, I'm saved. But then there's people still going through it, maybe a little bit behind. They're still struggling with their stuff. And it's not so much that you shouldn't share, but be mindful that what you went through to get there. Okay? And knowing that when you aren't talking with others who are still going through some heavy stuff, okay? That's a big one, And how you got through it may not be the same as or work for people that are going through their stuff. Like, sometimes there'll be things that come up that are extremely triggering because it's almost step by step exactly what something just heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, shattering that you went through. But just remember, the way you got through that and worked through things, that worked for you, okay? Sometimes we just want to be heard during times like that. We want to have space to be able to just blurt it all out, what's in our head, so it gets out. Maybe you don't feel like journaling. I need to talk to another human being. I just need to know somebody's there and I'm being heard during this time. So, Spirit says, keep your pride in check right now. Okay. And we'll get into that a little bit more. So we have the star with the broom and the ship, like, sailing forward. So, the Star of Destiny has been kind of floating around you in your face, and maybe it's hard to see when there's other crap going on, right? Especially if it's other people's crap that that kind of spilled over and you're there helping, trying to be a support. Well, now that's all clearing up, okay, with the broom here. Definitely cleansing, so you can see this, so now you can move forward. There'll be a lot of movement going on very quickly for you, Team 2, okay? Now, this is all about following that guiding star, too, because now one of the big messages here is like things are being revealed that we couldn't or didn't see before. Spirit is definitely lighting that up in a very obvious way for all of us this week. For you guys, it's going to be almost right off the bat is what I see. Like there's this clearing. Things that have to get done. It's happening. With the sun's energy here in the heart of your forecast for this week, okay? Things are being cleared so you can see. And there'll be a lot more peace coming in. Inside you. Moving forward. There's a settling of the mind. Settling of that battle. Especially the mind. We do have the mice with the lilies, which talks about the calming of the anxiousness, the calming of the spinning. Because when we're calm and quiet, that's when we can see all the blessings. That's when everything starts flowing. Then we go, oh. We start thinking of things we didn't think of before. But this sun energy for you guys, ironically enough, that card is full moon in Leo. Leo. Fire energy. A lot of strength. You're getting a lot of help from Father Sun. You are. Something new is going to come in. Tiny but mighty. Seriously powerful. Some new something. Okay. It's going to come in. It's going to be something small. Spirit's not letting me have any examples to say what that would be. Because, everybody has a different, gauge on things. Like, what's big and what's small. Something very small can mean the whole world to us, right? Just somebody simply... Maybe you had a really bad day, everybody's being dicks, and your hands are full, and you get to the door of the store, and somebody runs, turns around or sees you and gets ahead of you. Hold on a second. And they open the door, and they have stuff in their hands, but they're doing that for you. The kind gestures like that just can humble you and remind you there are good people in this world. Not everybody's walking around with their pissed offness, right in front of them. Look at me, I'm pissed. You know what I mean? But it could be something like that. Maybe a bunch of those. I feel like it's going to come in multitudes because the sun has the ability to multiply. Okay, and then we have the garden over here. There's definitely going to be, you guys are going to be seeing growth in a very quick way. You may not, you may have seen growth within yourself, but then things happen and maybe you feel, oh, maybe I didn't, you know, fully clear that out. Now you feel like you're kind of like, you know, I gotta still deal with this. No. Spirit's about to show you how much you have grown, how beautiful your actual garden is. And look, there's a nod to the moon right there too. You will be amazed at the growth that's coming in for you. That you're going to see coming in for you. Finally, you can see. It's all going to start with this. You're actually going to hear references to that. Like along with the whatever, this little new, small, tiny but mighty blessing that's coming in. But one of the big key things you're going to notice is the quiet of the mind here. When the mind is quiet, we can hear spirit a lot more clear and we don't doubt it. Because if it's something we're trying to look at, something that we're kind of scared to know the answer of, man, we won't hear crap. Then we get confused. Was that it? Was that it? Oh, never mind. You know what I mean? We end up sitting there going, I'll never know now because I don't know. My brain won't shut up. Okay. So, for some of you, remember, take a resonates, pitch out. The rest of you have cards. Go ahead and start getting them ready to start clarifying and opening things up for you as I go through your forecast. We have the star and the small child. There is a destined opportunity coming in. Huge. For some of you, it could be fertility. Maybe hearing news about it. Okay? Something, maybe you started to give up hope, but you didn't. You know what I mean? And then here comes this opportunity. Now, whatever you were worried about, that's going to wipe it out. It's not going to be taken from you. It's not going to be, oh, never mind, or, oh, wait, you're not a good candidate. Oh, no, it's not going to be like that. Spirit says it's finally going to put your worries to ease. Quiet. This shit's happening, guys. It really is. We have the ship. If you're traveling to any events or have plans, or maybe you don't, well, you're going to. Looks like there's could be someone that's visiting. Could be a surprise. Maybe it's a get-together. Maybe you're going to be traveling to an event with people you haven't seen in a long time. Whatever it is, it's a huge blessing. Go. Do not talk yourself out of it, Spirit says. Do not. You need to go. Any invitations you get, especially if it's travel related. I mean, it could be just a road trip. You know, next town, or getting together with people and going somewhere, going to the movies, or, you know, meeting up and going to the park, go for a walk, or just sit there and watch the sunset or sunrise. Spirit's really encouraging us this week to get back to kind of opening up and communicating with others. We're just tired of communicating with it just feels like it's been so challenging, hasn't it? Nobody's on the same page. But now Spirit's very strong on this. Now, last week, the full moon energy, which is fully full on Monday, blah, blah, say that 3 times fast, was actually coming in very strongly last week. But the intention of that energy and why everything it wasn't just crazy moon energy, okay? This energy was designed very strong energy on reflections. And not only reflecting what we need to release, what we need to face through others, because that wasn't working. So Spirit was pulling it to the forefront. And it wasn't just being said by one person. It was being said and pointed out by many. And that's painful. Because then when things start settling down a bit, we're sitting there going, why didn't I, da 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 da. Well, Spirit's energy this week, or the moon's energy going into this week, is now about getting it's huge clearing. Like, really seriously, we can't not see things. We can't refuse to see things. We're going to be looking right at it. We can't miss these things. Even if we're terrified of them, we're going to see it. These things are going to be very, very, very much in our faces in the physical plane. We have the star, the sun, to the clover. Guys, I can't make this up, okay? Your destiny. Being fueled. Fire. You're going to have the energy, the enthusiasm. You're going to light up like a... Yes. Like a biatch. Okay? Like the boss you are. Okay? The blessings. Blessed beyond recognition. Just... This is where you got to watch the pride too. Okay? Take what resonates on that one. Okay? Now... Spirit says, with this mice in diagonal to the sun, this is about removing any worries you have of maybe traveling, moving forward, making changes that are into an unknown area. This could be a new job shift. Maybe even as simple as joining a pottery class and being around new people. Anxiety. Because something's going to spark you. You know what I mean? It's like spirit, your higher self's taking over and going, Dad, let's do it. You're not going to be able to fight it, which is, I mean, it's actually very beautiful. These things are and have been waiting for you. However, sometimes the very things that we are waiting on, okay, either we're too scared to take the step because we're not sure, or maybe there's other people that have to move on from wherever they are for you to be in the spot you're supposed to be in. They're in your spot. Get out of my seat. You know what I mean? Get out of here. We have the Two of Swords. Okay, this is not a week for going, oh, I'll think about it later. I mean, you don't have to make like, okay, yes or no, like that. Spirit says, get the facts and make a decision. Because even procrastinating and not saying a word is an action in itself. That's another thing I want to bring up to you guys. Action. Okay. You are more powerful this week by doing physical actions for people. Very powerful. Talking, everybody started talking. We need to just show from small gestures, kindness. We see somebody struggling with the door. We go over and help. Oh crap, I'm in line. Just ask the guy behind you. Hey, is it okay? I just want to help that person. Oh yeah, go ahead. Run over there and come back. You send out energy when you do that. Action. Quit talking about it and do it. Don't think, do. You know? 'Cause that's why that broom is there. Why are you spinning? Find out why. What are the facts? You know? What's done is done, Spirit says. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do today? What are you going to do this week? One day at a time. Easy. Easy and slow. Sorry, I meant to say slow and steady. Okay? But things are going to move quick. You'll be moving a lot faster on things than you think. Every single thing you've been procrastinating on, instead of talking about it and telling your partner or telling your friends stuff, you just actually do it. It's a good feeling. And that's just, boom, your energy goes out there, and that's why this comes in so quickly, all the blessings. Now, remember I was talking about reveals, things that we haven't seen or wouldn't see. There we go. Seven of Swords in reverse, coming around a big reveal about things that you didn't see or hadn't seen before, you are now going to see now. And these are good things. These are things you've probably been waiting for, hoping for yourself. Okay? For yourself, for your highest good. Okay. Now, Spirit's doing another nod on that Two of Swords with the Seven of Cups in the upright. See the head? Yeah. Get the facts. Listen to your intuition. It's hard to hear it when that's going on. So you got to get in with your head. Talk out of it. Write it out. Get to the heart of it. Go, why? What are you afraid of? We don't know. It could be the greatest thing ever. Yeah, but, you know what I mean? But then we've done this before. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So, now we do have the Tower in reverse. Don't panic. I read these energetically. Spirit talks to me through these. Okay. The Tower in reverse talks about what is going to happen this week is not going to be and throw you off your game. Okay. They want you to know this. Everything's going to come in. It's going to be such a flow for you guys this week. It's crazy. I can feel it. See, getting together with friends, the people who truly support you, being very considerate of them. Like I said, do an action. Don't just speak about them. Okay, this week is really going to pay off big time. I feel like people coming to get more people are starting to come together. They're like-minded, you know, and understanding. And any plans you guys have going forward for this week, especially with friends, maybe you weren't sure or up in the air and they're like, okay, just let us know. I have a feeling that you're going to go, you know what? I do want to get out there and meet them. You know, fuck it. I'm going. I'm going to go be with my friends. And it's going to be a blessed time for sure. Okay, guys. If I drive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. That's the biggest thank you you guys can give me. That keeps me coming back. And I appreciate that so much. Everything you need to know about me down below in the description box. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's usually where I post the most throughout the week. Okay. Guidance. Focus, then act. What was I talking about? Focus. You can't make a decision when you're like this. Especially spending money. That one just came in. Do not spend money if you're like this about something else. We always make like really like, why did I do that when I could have blah, blah, you know. So save yourself a little headache there. But I feel like with, in this card, she's holding the sword. This really strongly feels like what I call the Ace of Swords, the Excalibur. The Excalibur of truth. Things are cutting through the reveal, that moon's energy, and I feel like the way it looks, it's like the moon's energy is definitely cutting through the BS, especially ones we create when we're looking at something, trying to make decisions. All we have to do is go, okay, calm down, look at this, and then act, yes or no. Okay, look at the facts. And when we calm down, we start focusing on that, really whatever it is in front of us that we're kind of like, I'll do it later, or we just ignore it for a while. We need to go right back to it. That's what the broom is for. Spirit's going to get you, like say you ignore an email from somebody asking a question about, oh, I was wondering, blah, 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 and you just ignore. Spirit's going to have that person keep coming at you. You need to answer, period. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid. But you need to respect your boundaries. Some of you, big time. This is big. Do not push yourself or put yourself into positions because you feel. You may not see it in the surface level, but Spirit's about to reveal this. A lot of people were shown this week. Spirit was shining a light on our boundaries. And then we realized, shit, we didn't really set them up very well, did we? Well, it depends. So many different things happen to different people. And, you know, people come to you, you want to help, you know. But then there comes a point where it's like, wait a minute, they're all take and no give. You know what I mean? And then when you want to talk, they're not there. I don't have time for this. Or, well, you can book a session. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Setting your boundaries. Respecting them. Do not give any more to others that are not equally giving anything back to you. We're done with that, Spirit says. There are people out there, equal give and take. But how do we do this? Respecting the boundaries, Spirit says, how quickly do we get to know people? When we drive with somebody's vibe, we start chatting and it's like, oh my God, we got all excited. We put a lot into it. We do. Then they don't message all the time and then they just kind of fade away. Yeah, I'd love to do that with you. And then they just fade away. It's like, it sparked, it got, yeah, and then gone. This is about taking your time to learn to get to know someone. And I think that's a reason why, since that was such a repeated pattern for a lot of people, okay, about the comet, I call it the comet effect. There's somebody, yay, you know, oh my gosh, you know, jive with my vibe. It's really hard right now with everybody going through their shit, but now we need to learn to take our time, not give everything out. Yes, we get excited. Yes, we need to pull back. We need to watch that. That's a boundary there that we cross. And that can scare people, or people might think, dang, how lonely are you? You know, it has nothing to do with what people think of us, right? Who gives a shit about that? But how you feel about yourself when they vanish. Take your time getting to know people. I think we've all forgotten how to take our time and do that in a world where everything's like this, especially online. We need to do that now. Most importantly, take our time getting to know who we really are and really fortify those boundaries. On that note, take care. Hello there, Team 3. Let's get to it and see what your main theme is for this week for guidance. Time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Okay. Now what that means, what Spirit's showing me, is about actions. Maybe you're very grateful for people supporting you, no matter what you've been through, okay? Or what you think of yourself, okay? It's time to start showing people. There is a beautiful energy that comes back to you when you do that. And it can't be for any other reason but then to show in an action in the physical plane. We can talk about what we want to do. We do that all day long. But Spirit is telling me with this full moon's energy that last week you'd swear it was full. It was a very powerful energy coming from her reflection. Very powerful. Not only reflecting us and others, for us to see, but it was hearing it from a lot of people, what Spirit was trying to tell us, and that we knew and we ignored, okay? For whatever reason, okay? Now we're moving into a time of reveal. Clarity, crystal clear. You're not gonna be, it's like things that you didn't see before, you will see very clearly now. If you have an opportunity, maybe your partner cooks when they get home and they're on their feet all day. Take an opportunity, maybe you're home that day or you get there earlier. Maybe you want to plan it. Make dinner for them. Surprise them with something they love. It could be anything simple as that. And maybe you help around with the chores in the house. Yeah, that's fine. But how many times have they picked up your towel or moved your crap where you left it? Put the toothpaste cap on the toothpaste. You know what I mean? It sounds silly, but that's just a small example of the actions we can take towards others this week by showing gratitude for their presence in our lives, for everything that they went through with us. God bless them, right? And somehow they still are there. And I've always said this. Sorry is a word. Anybody can say that. Show me. Show me. I believe more of a person's actions than I do their words. That doesn't mean I don't get, screwed over or anything, because that's happened, yes. Actions this week. Words, everybody's done listening. We've been chattering away. We've been going through it. We've been spilling our guts everywhere. And our brains, all over the place. Going nuts. People are tired. Don't want to talk anymore. So let's start doing stuff. They used to do that back in the old days. They didn't talk. They had to write letters. You know what I mean? And some people weren't good at writing. So they do other things. They would do things. They did. It's time for us to get back into that. Let's get into this. This is interesting. For some of you, we have the house. There may have been a choice that may have kept you locked down. The house represents security, feeling safe, comfortable, okay? This opportunity is coming around again in a big way, straight from spirit to you. Like in your face. Here you go. Now, when you see it this time, it's not going to feel so scary. We have the tree. Safe, secure, long-term. And when you make that decision, it's almost like you step into this space where you feel how a growth spurt happen. Mind, body, and soul. Okay? Some of you, it might be a moving decision. Oh, someone just came in and said, some of you pick the house with the big tree. Okay? Or maybe it's an apartment or someplace where it's a specific large tree. So if that resonates with you, take that. Okay. Now, we do have a divine masculine energies only, never gender, on the table here. For some of you, this is definitely, it looks like a peace offering is coming in. Why? Because you stopped talking. It's not you stopped trying, you just stopped talking. And you're trying very carefully to go step by step with yourself. Okay? Now, time to give. You're giving. Your actions bring forth an unexpected but very pleasant surprise from someone. Okay? This is someone who, it took a lot of courage for them. Like I said, this is energy, not gender. Okay? This is someone who has the courage. Maybe had to swallow their pride. And maybe they finally saw everything for what it is. And comes forward with something very unexpected, but that's going to not only make you happy, but for some of you, it's a peace offering with the lilies here. It'll bring you happiness and peace. It's a very powerful thing that's coming in for you guys. We have the ring with the moon and the bear. Okay, so the ring and the moon. This is about a commitment. Now, I do feel like I'm being drawn to the crossroads card up here, which is talking about making a choice, like a life-changing choice. Spirit wants you to know your intuition is right. Your intuition. This is a long-term, solid commitment, stability. Some of you have been dreaming about it. Maybe you haven't got there yet. For some of you, maybe a small percentage. Remember, take a resonance, pitch out the rest. This is coming. You've been dreaming about it. It's now finally going to show up. And the bear, which is in my LENORMAND decks, is the higher vibrational energies, spirit energies, okay, like archangels and higher, okay, like the seraphim, okay. They're bringing it in. You're going to feel that energy when this comes. Your guides have been coming in your dreams, preparing you. So I want to say, for some of you listening, yes, the dreams have changed, haven't they? They're a little more than normal. There's something about the vibe in our dreams lately. Something's changed. Spirit's very clearly talking to us through the dreams. A very strong energy. When the bear shows up with dream work, this is very clear. We need to start writing them down, guys. If you're remembering some of them, write them down, because stuff's about to pop up from those dreams in the physical plane. Okay, we have the house with divine masculine and the ring. That kind of speaks for itself. Some of you, this could be tied in for the peace offering for some of you. This has been a very rough time for couples the past few. This spring has not been nice. It's been crazy since February. But it looks like there's peace offerings. If you live with them, it looks like there's a commitment coming in. It could be a commitment to live together. This could be a commitment for spending the rest of the lives together. Okay? This is also about you, by the way. You committing. Priorities. You committing that fully. How do you do that? We have to take an action. That's why divine masculine is there. The divine masculine is action oriented. The builders. Get things done. Okay? There's big rewards coming for you guys doing that too. So we have the crossroads with the bouquet. When you make your choice, that unexpected, it's going to be almost like a happy shock comes through. And it's something that Spirit has been trying to tell you all along. You're like, oh my God, you know, I knew I should have. Okay. It's okay. You're doing it now. And that's what Spirit wants. Spirit is pushing you guys into paths of action only. Can't think your way out of it. You gotta do something. You gotta take a step there. We have the tree and the lilies. This is about your growth, mind, body, and soul. Have peace. I feel like there's a huge lift off our physical bodies. A lot of us got hammered last week. Yours truly included. It's been a challenge, but now the healing comes in. Now we know. Things are being shown to us. Things are being guided. Maybe for some of you, it's about making that decision to get your ass to the doctor. Okay? Start taking care of yourself. The decision to prioritize your health. Mental, physical. How are you going to do good and show up for others if you can't even do it for yourself? Don't shoot the messenger. That was pretty harsh, Spirit, but thank you. We get it. It's time now. Spirit is giving you opportunities and open doors for you to be able to do this. Okay? And some of you know this and went, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you know. What you going to do for yourself this week? Give to yourself. You have to be a priority if you want everything else also to settle down. What do you need? You can't show up for others if your mental health is not great. If your physical body isn't wonderful. Or at least stable. How about your emotional side? We shouldn't be around people, trying to give and being all concerned about them. We're just deflecting our own issues. Why are we putting us behind to the back of the closet or up in the attic? They're more important. But don't you think in the long term that you having a long lifespan is also important? Sorry, I just ran. There was 10 things that just tried to fall through my mouth and I was trying to stop it. Okay. It's just as important for you to be, getting what you need mentally, physically, emotionally for yourself. So you can be there for the rest of your life with those people. Be there as long as you're supposed to. You lead by example doing that too. A lot of people are rooting for you to do that too. And we mean this in a loving way, Spirit says. You do deserve to be cared well for. Well cared for. Wow, that's interesting. And now I'm starting to speak backwards. You do deserve it. Spirit's about to bless you in a huge way to help you do that. You are worthy. All right. It's a big, huge message from Spirit for you guys. They don't even want me to clarify any of this. We do have the house to the bouquet with a Spirit. There is definitely a gift coming to the house, coming to you, I should say, because home is where the heart is, and the heart is inside us. So there is definitely a straightforward gift coming to you, blessings. I want to say plural. Every time you take an action, Spirit's bringing something big in for you. Something that's very impactful in a very positive and beautiful way. If I jive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. That's the biggest thank you. That's what keeps me coming back, guys, and I do appreciate you. Down below is where you'll find me on social media. I post mostly on Instagram if you guys want to follow me over there. Okay. Make the sacrifice. What was I just talking about? Make you the priority. What do you have to give up to make you a priority? I just feel like I want to say the mental health suffering, physical body suffering. You need to take care of you. Okay, make that sacrifice. Make an action. No matter what the cost. Maybe you have to sacrifice being afraid of, I don't know, after I do this, what's going to happen. Maybe that's the sacrifice. Just do it. Don't put an expectation on it. Just do it. Spirit's going to show you in the physical plane after that. Boom. Listen to that beautiful intuition of yours. Follow the moon, for those of you who work with moon deities especially, okay? That's a nod to they are right there and just waiting for you to talk to them. They don't judge us like people do. They don't. They're there for us. They want us to ask them for help. They can't just pop up. We have to ask them in your prayers. Or just talk to them. They don't look down on us. If anything, they have pity. And they hurt. They cry because we're hurting and we're not asking for their help. We can help. Listen to that beautiful intuition. Don't forget to watch your dreams. Okay? Write them down, guys. And this is important. We are all connected. You are going to see a lot of things very clearly of how things connect. This is a specific message. You will see how everything's connected and how it does all come back to you. And it's not in a negative way. That was a specific message for somebody watching this. And that was your confirmation. On that note, guys, take care. Remember, take it one step at a time. But do it. It's worth it. Take care.